Today in the pedal vault, for a first overview, the Pepers pedal's Humongous Distortion. Little disclaimer before starting this video: the Humongous Distortion was sent to me by Tony and I didn't have to pay for it yet, and I'm going to keep it. However, each and every word is my own. Tony hasn't seen the review, he has no word in it and what I'm about to say. The Pepers pedal's Humongous Distortion is the successor of the Pepers pedal's HM2, which was their version of the Boss HM2. So this one resembles the next step in the New Zealand HM2s. So what do we have? We have dedicated 3-band EQ, high, mid, low. We have a level control, then we have a distortion control, and we have a blend control. Very cool. And we have this huge knob here. By the way, the knobs are really awesome looking, really gives me vintage vibes, combined with the black housing and the orange LEDs, very classy. Back to the big knob. The big knob lets us basically select between 3 different tone circuits. We have the heavy, Boss HM2, we have the hyper, Boss HM3, and we have the thrash, it's the DOD Thrashmaster. Here we have the bypass pass, and here we can select if we want to have the gain stage or if we want to have EQ only. Okay, so let's head over to the EQ curve and let's find out what is actually happening here. So currently we are at blend full. Just wanted to check. So here we have the signal. Let's start with gain. Adds a bit noise, takes away some lows. So here we have the low peak. Seems accurate, maybe a bit higher than. Mids is at 1.1 and highs is at 1.5, 1.4. Okay, so a bit higher than on the original HM2, and with the level we actually get more signal. Okay, well, let's find out what EQ only does. Okay, so let's leave it at EQ only because what we're interested in is the EQ. Let's switch over to hyper. So I suppose the high, yes. Okay, low stays the same, and well, you can see it. And thrash. Interesting. Now mid controls this one, this one. What we can also see is that low stays basically the same, just the mid and high knobs have different values. Okay, and what we also have, we have some internal goodness. So let me actually set this back to noon. And this as well. Q. As you can see, nothing happens here. So we have an adjustment for the blend control in case we get any bleed. And here we have 3 frequencies that we can select. We have 66 Hz, 666 Hz, and 1.666 K. And if we as good. Okay, well, actually works better with my hand than with the tool. Okay, it's select now with everything engaged. Now what happens? Now mid also controls the 666 Hertz. High should control the 1.666 Hertz as well. And low controls the 66 Hertz as well. So really cool. And now we can actually see what those knobs do. Okay. Well, so much to show you in the actual audio comparison. So let's head over to it. Since this is only a first overview and there are lots of follow-up videos to this pedal, we target just some specific things in the actual audio comparison. For instance, we don't target the EQ only mode. We won't play around with the blend control. And for the internal trim ports here, I simply just cranking the respective POTI and then enable and disable it. There are of course more videos coming where I give you a deeper review of the different functions. So this is a very, very good successor of the HM2. The HM2 was basically a one-to-one copy on the HM2 with the option to get it modified, to add more options, and well, I think the most common mods for this pedal were implemented in the Humongous Distortion, and this makes it to a really awesome, really versatile pedal. So what do we got? We have the independent mid and high controls I really like. We have the blend control. It's always good to have a blend control on your HM2. I also feel that the gain range is better. And we do have, of course, the 3 different tone stacks for the HM2, the HM3, and the DoD Thrashmaster. From my memory, the HM2 and the HM3 are spot on, so I assume the Thrashmaster is as well. However, I don't like the sound, but that's maybe just me. What's also a really cool feature I haven't toyed around with is the EQ only mode. This makes it great for basically adding your own distortion in front of it or placing it in the FX loop if you prefer your sound this way, and well, you have lots of tonal options. Really cool additional feature are the 3 mini DIP switches that add new frequencies that are connected to the 3 poties, and well, there are so many options. For some it works well, and some I don't like. For instance, for me, the 66 Hertz is just more low end, and this works really good in general. The 1666 Hertz is really close to the actual chainsaw frequency, so naturally it works well. But the 666 Hertz region is too nasally sounding. I always have this kind of honky feeling when I crank it. Maybe in a future episode where I toy around more with the controls, I find something that I like. But in this first overview, 666 Hertz options not for my taste. And apart from that, this pedal sounds really close to the respective pedals it's referencing to. In front of the clean amp, in front of the driven amp, it's a really awesome boost. And yeah, well, I can't say enough how you have to remember how much tonal possibilities are in this single pedal, and that's really cool. And yeah, I'm eager to find out how all the other stuff works in future comparisons and future episodes. So be sure to let me know down in the comment section what you think of this pedal and what you want to see. And little spoiler, you don't have to comment that I should compare it with an HM2. Okay, and if you want to support this channel, you should check out the links in the description below, and you might want to consider becoming a YouTube member. And with this being said, thank you for watching, don't forget to subscribe, may the power protect you, and have a nice day.